Hey everybody, before we start the stream, make sure that you are following me so that you can get more of my awesome content and join the Discord to voice chat with me. But don't worry, you won't be recorded. And make sure to go check out my reviews over on YouTube. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. And if you are one of those rare people that like to read, you can find my after action reports on my blog. And if you are interested, you can get some of my merch from my spring store. The links for everything are in my About section down below. All right, everybody, we are back after that long break. So, had a family emergency, had to go take care of that, and so this is we're actually starting where we left off. Man, I messed that up. And yeah, so this is Trailers with Mike and Other Mike for the 20th of May 2024, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
But yeah, so this is actually the 6th trailer, and then moving into it here, just so you guys know. So there's 2 live streams. Go check out Part 1, and then this is Part 2, and then even though we're doing it weird like this because of this, I had to leave. This will not affect the release schedule for the shorts and for the trailer reaction videos as well. But all right, and I have my soup. It's over here cooling off, so you're going to see me taking some bites of that as I'm sitting here because I did not eat lunch today and I'm hungry. And I didn't have my wife bring me Chick-fil-A, so yeah. But all right, we were talking about this just a little bit before we started the stream. This is coming at us from Francis Ford Coppola. This is supposed to be his magnum opus. He's been talking about trying to make this movie for a very long time, at least is my understanding. And now he's finally doing it, so that's awesome. 1 second, my wife is interrupting the stream.
Again.
Okay. Well, anyway. Yeah, so my wife just interrupted the stream. Again, she was the reason why I had to leave before. So that was one big long interruption. She just did it again. There you go. Okay, but anyway, so let's check it out, though, guys. We are watching the trailer for Megalopolis. Okay? Official first look clip. So this is a clip. Okay, 2024 Adam Driver, Francis Ford Coppola. All right, so coming at us from IGN, we're going to like the video. It's got 2.19 million views. And, what the heck is this? And 29,000 likes to 707 dislikes. So, Megalopolis, sci-fi drama from the iconic Francis Ford Coppola. Hey, can you say something for me real quick?
Did you know that Nicolas Cage is the nephew of Francis?
Yes, I did know that. Yeah, and so he's Nicolas Coppola. Yeah, I do know that. And he changed his name to Cage because he liked the comic book character Luke Cage. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Good character.
Yeah. Okay, so Megalopolis sci-fi drama from the iconic Francis Ford Coppola. Sorry, I just stopped and asked you because you I thought something weird was happening over here. But anyway, Megalopolis is a Roman epic fable set in the imagined modern America. The city of New Rome The city of New Rome must change, causing conflict between Caesar Catalina, a genius artist who seeks to leap into a utopian, idealistic future, and his opposition, Mayor Franklin Cicero, who remains committed to a regressive status quo, perpetuating greed, special interest, and partisan warfare. Torn between them is socialite Julia Cicero. What? Man, these people's names. The mayor's daughter, whose love for Caesar has divided her loyalties, forcing her to discover what she truly believes humanity deserves. Okay, so it stars all of these people, and all these people are involved in it, and all of that stuff. Dustin Hoffman, John Voight, Lawrence Fishburne. It's got everybody. Shia LaBeouf, Aubrey Plaza.
Holly Shire, who is Nicholas's sister.
Is it really? Is it? Let me see.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage's? Yeah. I have no idea who that is.
It is. I'm telling you. I'm just telling.
Oh, that's Adrian.
She's
I didn't realize that.
She's from Greece.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, she played in Greece, yeah.
Cool, that's awesome. All right. Okay, yeah, so Megalopolis is set to premiere at the 2024 Cannes Film Festival on May 17, 2024. So in other words, we won't see it, but it will be seen by the Cannes Film Festival people then. And the reason that he's probably doing that is because he's probably trying to find a distributor. I don't know if he has a distributor yet. So he'll probably show it at Cannes, trying to get it picked up by a distributor, and then a distributor will say, oh, this was really good, we'll distribute it for you. But it's got so many people in it, I imagine that it's going to, like so many good people, I imagine that it's gonna do well. So, all right, we've got a 2-minute and 16-second trailer. Oh, first, do you have any comments before we begin?
No, I do not have any comments. I'm looking forward to this.
All right, well, let's do it. So we got a 2-minute and 16-second trailer. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. All right. Okay. Okay. Interesting thing going on here. Okay. I wouldn't go up there. That looks like a slippery roof.
That's why they make movies. Don't jump.
One second. Are you seeing this? What is going on here with the clouds?
I don't know. What are you seeing?
Yeah. Like if I back it up a little, watch the clouds. You see what I'm saying? Like the clouds are moving so much quicker than everything else. So,
it's like he's frozen in time, or yeah.
Yeah, you know, there was a movie about what it was. It's not Vanilla Sky. There's a movie where they go into people's dreams, and it had Tom Cruise. And when you were in people's dreams, the clouds always were like that.
Are you sure it wasn't Leo DiCaprio, where they went into?
No, not Inception. No, not Inception. This was an older movie. But yeah, so the clouds would always be like that too. But yeah, like I said before, also, yeah, I wouldn't go up there. I mean, that's like shiny metal, meaning that it's probably very, very slippery. And that guy's wearing loafers, so he's got no grip.
Right.
But yeah, okay. I'm interested in what this is. It said sci-fi, so I'm wondering, like, is there an in-universe reason for the clouds being like that, or is this a dream, or what's going on here? That's interesting. But we got about 1 minute and 16 seconds left, so here we go.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh, well, see, that's why he's going up there. He wants to jump off.
He's going to...
Okay, you were right. You were right. He's like frozen in time. Did you hear what he yelled? Time stop.
Oh, I heard him yell something, but I didn't hear what it was.
Yeah, listen to this. Listen.
Time stop!
Yeah, time stop.
Oh.
So you were right. There you go. Other mic for the win here.
Where was I at when I needed that when I was taking test?
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, you know what I just realized? I'm not wearing my shirt, but you are. I forgot to put it on before we started the stream.
There's only so many people dedicated to this, you know.
There you go. Okay. Okay, so we've got like a very interesting... This is interesting to me so far. What is this going to be?
Wow.
All right, I think I have some thoughts on this.
Man, they leave you wondering.
Just to say, okay. I'm waiting for him to like do a little smile or something. Is there any more? Okay.
That's it. Wow.
Okay, so that's got me intrigued. I'm going to tell you what just happened. Because I know what just happened. I think. This guy didn't know if this was going to work.
Of course. Yes, I would agree.
So when he came up here to test his powers, whatever it is. If it's powers, if it's a piece of technology or whatever. So he came up here to test himself. Hello, Maria. Mommy forgot to close the door to the office, didn't she? Maria, what? Just a second. Yeah, Ellie forgot to close the office door. So Maria is standing right here. Look, wave hello to everybody.
No.
No? Okay. So it seems like, yeah, so he came up here and now he's like, oh, wow, this works.
Yeah.
Because it's like if he knew that was going to work, I don't think he would have been afraid at all. He would have just walked out there. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, so I don't know. What are your thoughts? I mean, it definitely has me intrigued. Absolutely. I'm interested in this.
Definitely testing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm wondering, is this going to be like some kind of superhero movie? I mean, you know,
I don't
like
know.
superhero movie like The Matrix was a superhero movie. I mean, you know,
Megalopolis.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I just mean I don't think that it's going to be like superhero, but obviously he's got some powers to do something here.
It left me hanging. I don't know what else is left in it. I mean, I don't know what it's about.
I'm excited to
definitely
see
wants me to watch it. I definitely want to watch it, just with that clip. But I don't know. I just don't know.
We need to know when it's going to be released to the general audiences or when it'll be in theaters. Yeah, this looks great though. Of what we see,
it may not be out till next fall or winter.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it definitely we'll have to watch for when it's going to be released in theaters. So, all right, let's check out what I want to see this. Let's check out what people are saying about in the comments. Just when we all thought Francis was out, he pulls himself back in. You know, which is a line from I think isn't it The Godfather? Yeah, it's The Godfather. Like, just when I thought that I was out, it pulls me back in. You know. Okay. So a movie made of pure passion, not from greed. A movie that the director personally invested in. Risked ridicule on just because he wants to show the world an idea that has been brewing years in his head. Successful or not, who cares? Francis is a true artist. That's true. He paid for this movie himself. That's why it's taken him so long.
Yeah, he probably has a lot of money for all the movies he's done. I mean,
so I watched a thing about like a video, like a documentary. I watched a documentary about the making of The Godfather and the whole, and it kind of got more into Francis Ford Coppola as well. And yeah, this is the thing. Coppola sold his vineyard to make this movie. He doesn't have a lot of money.
He must have a nice vineyard.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of money. So they were talking about in this documentary how after The Godfather, he was trying to make this movie and his own production company and stuff, and basically he basically went bankrupt and had to sell personal stuff and to get this made. So, yeah, please let this movie succeed. It is such an honor to see a movie made by such a legend in 2024. People like Coppola and Scorsese just don't exist anymore. Please, please be successful. He did this because he loves movies, not from corporate greed. Yeah, perfect trailer. Doesn't give anything away. No highlight reel. Just pure intrigue.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm shocked Coppola had to fund this himself. He made The Godfather. No clue how any studio could turn down the man who made what was considered the pinnacle of filmmaking. Yeah, see here. The Matrix plus Vanilla Sky plus perfume commercial lighting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's The Matrix and then that movie Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise. Yeah. You had my curiosity.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm looking forward to more trailers.
Yeah. I was just saying, you had my curiosity, now you have my attention. Yeah. This is awesome. I'm really glad that we're getting to see it. That's pretty cool. So if you're going to Cannes Film Festival, good for you, man, because it's May 17th and you're going to see this movie there. But otherwise, we will be watching for more trailers. Yeah, so let's move on to the next one, though. Here we go. All right, so this next one is, I usually say it, but I forgot to say it this time. We have one Netflix trailer.
Okay.
And this is that trailer. So this next one. Looks like it's going to be some kind of comedy, like a dramedy. I don't know if it's going to be straight up comedy, but at least some of it will be comedy.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, good. Just like a drama movie that also has comedy in it.
Dramedy.
Like, have you, like, The Internship? That was a comedy, but it really wasn't like a slapstick comedy or anything. It was more of a serious movie. Or even Wedding Crashers was a comedy that was also basically a drama. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, it wasn't... Yeah, it wasn't like... There was like an actual serious through line. It wasn't just like them trying to be funny. So, anyway. Alright, so... Let's check it out. And by the way, it seems like this is about something that almost everybody uses, except for maybe the Amish. So,
what's that?
Yeah, I said everybody uses these except for the Amish. So let's check it out. We're watching the trailer for Tires, official trailer, Netflix, coming at us from Netflix. We're gonna like the video. It's got 1.9 million views. Tires, a new Netflix comedy series starring Shane Gillis, premieres May 23rd. Okay, so this is a series, and for whatever reason, I cannot think Shane Gillis. Okay, I know that guy. Okay.
Yeah, he's been in a little bit of stuff.
Yeah. So premieres May 23rd. Okay. Will, the nervous and unqualified heir to an auto repair chain, attempts to turn his father's business around despite constant torture from his cousin and now employee Shane. Co-created by Gillis, Steve, all these other people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Andrew Schultz. Who I should know who that is. Who is Andrew Schultz? Yeah. He's a great not actor. He's a great comedian. He's like for adults, but he really is a good comedian. Okay. At his father's auto shop, a hapless manager strives to improve customer service and drive profits while keeping his troublemaking cousin in line. All right, cool. So, I don't think I've actually ever seen him in anything except for comedy stand-up.
Yeah.
So, anything you have to say about it before we get started?
No, I'm interested because I have watched some of these that we've done reviews on.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's check it out then. We've got a 2-minute and 9-second trailer. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Thank you for shopping at Valley Forge Automotive. Has anyone helped you out yet?
Whoa, you're a big guy.
Like in a good way?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Quick, too?
Not too quick.
No?
It's gonna be a good day. Got about 5 or 6 brews.
I'm sorry, that's adult humor, guys, but...
Yes.
She's a little bit old for him, don't you think?
Maybe a little bit, few years, yeah.
Yeah. He's got to be like, what, in his, like, 30s? She's probably like 45? I don't know.
I don't know
Anyway.
if she could be. I don't know.
But anyway, okay, so definitely for adults, so not for kids. Well, I mean, I don't know. Well, so the thing is that that's one of those things where it's like if the kids watched it, they wouldn't necessarily know, and then the adults would laugh.
Right. Yeah,
but
possibly.
Yeah, I think it's also indicative of probably as we go through the rest of this, we're going to get more, But anyway,
it's for adults. I'll just call it.
Yeah. Okay, so we got 2 minutes left. Let's check it out.
No?
It's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna have about 5 or 6 brewskis.
5 or 6?
7 or 8. Good call.
You'll black out.
I'm probably gonna black out at work today.
Shane?
2 or 3 brewskis.
Fine, 2 or 3.
Deal. 6.
You guys make it
What the
impossible
heck
for me
is
to
this?
manage this place. You showed up late for work. Almost
Yeah,
every
definitely
single
for
day.
adults.
Copy that. You pooped in the customer's bathroom, and you used up all your vacation days, and I still looked the other way the day after that insane clown posse concert.
Couldn't get the fucking makeup off.
Okay.
These numbers are dog shit, pal.
Reminds me of The Office.
Are we closing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a comedy,
Yeah.
but it looks like a comedy, but definitely like a dramedy. Like it's about the drama
it's like
as well.
The Office. It's like The Office, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. And you know what
Yeah.
I like is it definitely seems like it's more like it's not about being outrageously funny. Like funny stuff will happen, but it's more of the deaf humor or deadpan humor. I do like, and I like that. Like these people aren't acting ridiculous; they're acting serious. But the things that they're doing seriously are funny things. Yeah. Like you were saying, Michael from The Office, he would always be very... He's not trying to make a joke, but what he's doing is funny, you know?
Right.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's a good observation.
Pal.
When's the last time you sold anything?
Are we closing? Is our shop shutting down?
There's a time to start caring. It's now, my man. You wanna watch me peel out?
Yeah, absolutely.
We are in a bit of a pickle.
You want me to fix it?
Okay.
I can help you.
That feels like a trap.
I'm gonna take care of this.
Why don't you just do that with your eyebrows?
Do what?
Okay. I wonder what the plan is.
We're the dumbest fucking guys on earth. Maybe I shouldn't have fucked around so much in high school. Maybe I should chill on the drinking. Maybe the whole party's over.
Okay.
Fuck that. We can sit in here and sulk in the dark, or we can crawl our asses out into the sun and sell some fucking tires.
That's really nice.
What are you gonna do? Suck his dick?
All right.
Put a heads up, though, guy. It's gonna take 45
Okay.
fucking
Okay,
minutes.
fuck off.
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, definitely for adults.
You look good.
Yeah, this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for him to be like, okay, we're gonna have a bikini car wash. We're gonna bring in this new thing that's gonna help the store. The bikini car wash is kind of that's usually the typical thing when it comes to like movies like this where it's like a car dealership or something. So like this guy's just drinking at work. So I don't drink. Have you ever drank at work?
No, I've never drank at work.
The idea of drinking at work is
That's not really good. But I think that's
yeah. Usually, anytime that I ever bring up any of my own moral, like my principles, somebody goes in the comments and says something terrible about, well, the thing that you believe is terrible, and I actually had a person call me a Christo-fascist in the
Really?
comment. Yeah. No matter who you are or what you believe, drinking at work and being impaired is not a good thing. Okay, so
Right.
yeah. Anyway, here we go.
You're like way older than us. You're like old enough to be our dad.
It's pretty hot when you put it like that, isn't it?
No.
Valley Forgiato, this is Will. How can I help you?
Uh-oh.
Stop.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so you've seen Shane Gillis and other things.
Not really. To tell you the truth, I'm not. I know he's a comedian, but I just haven't.
Okay, so probably you've seen his comedy specials on Netflix. Like you've seen that they're there, right?
I've seen it. They're there, but I've not.
Okay. So this was co-created by him. So I mean, adult humor. This is basically going to be. This is basically going to be like his stand-up comedy brought into, the show. So it's going to be a lot of what he does. I'm going to tell you what. I know that this isn't for us necessarily because of, all the different like inappropriate adult things. But I'm glad that stuff like this is still able to be, like, still gets made. And the only reason I say that is because if this is successful, then that means that the stuff that is actually appropriate but doesn't mind offending people can be made. Does that make sense?
It's kind of like the free speech. You can say things that are ridiculous, and you can say things that are, right. And we kind of live in a free market.
Right.
Like we live in a market. We live in a market, and everybody can kind of buy what they want and say what they want, and everybody's kind of respects that. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not probably going to watch this, but
right.
Netflix and Prime, some have been pretty good about. I've noticed that they've shown a bunch of different things, and I'm like, well, I'm glad they do that. They're not just like doing this. I mean, they got to make money, but they show a whole plethora of different venues and movies and stuff. So
yeah. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, like there is inappropriate stuff, but I mean, like this first little mild joke here, I was like, that's funny. So there's probably going to be funny stuff. Some of it will get a little bit too outrageous for me. So, I mean, I'm not going to, I'll tell you, I'm probably not going to watch it. I don't really have time to sit down and start another show. But I'm not saying that it's bad. I think that probably objectively for people who like stuff like this, this looks like it's going to be something that you're going to like. And the writing looks like it's okay. And so check it out.
Hopefully it's not like I've seen a lot of things like this where the comedian does the art. Yeah. And sometimes it seems to be a little bit repetitive, but I don't know. Okay. This one looks a little different. This looks more like The Office. It looks a little bit more. Yeah. Like there's some conversation and stuff going on that it's kind of might be funny, but I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's. And my kids are freaking out right now. Let's check out what the heck? I just want to see what the name of that movie is. All right, let's check out what people are saying in the comments. So the vibe this trailer gave off was like an indie movie where one of the characters has cancer and is trying to live their best life during their final days. Oh, that's a good point, actually. And honestly, like I'll say it. I don't mind it. Some people are afraid of saying it. I'll just say it. Where somebody will have cancer or something bad will happen, and they'll say, "Hey, I'm just gonna go have sex and do drugs." That kind of comedy, Maybe not for me necessarily, but I think that is a good, might be an accurate representation. So my wife is supposed to, when the kids are freaking out like that, is supposed to come and stop them. Okay, I think it's started. Just a second, guys. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to get my kids.
Right.
They were fighting over my son's shoes. Okay, so this show got a pilot years ago, but sadly didn't make it on the air. The comedy gods have smiled on us today. Also, it seems like so maybe some people have seen this. You look old enough to be her dad. Yeah, okay. Let me see. I'm a mechanic and been saying for years that a sitcom about being an auto mechanic is $1 million idea. From customers to the cars to the mechanics to the management and owners, it's all crazy. Can't wait for this show. I love my profession and the new crazy things that happen every day. Okay, cool. Cool. People look like they're liking it. So definitely appeals to the audience that it looks like it's appealing to the audience that it's trying to get. And actually, I mean, like I said, some things are going to get a little bit too crazy for our tastes, and but it actually does look like it's going to have a fun, good time for people. But all right, I just got to say this. I think that they picked. So Shane Gillis is fine, and he's a comedian. But I mean, look at this guy, and I'm not trying to be. They picked a perfect weird-looking dude to be like the weak. Kind of the weaker manager here.
Somebody's a little nervous and worries all the time.
Yeah, this guy looks like you look at him and go, "Yeah, you're a nervous wreck, aren't you?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that he was a good casting there. But anyway, so we've got some big ones coming up next. So let's move on to the next thing. Here we go. All right, so this next one, I got to tell you, there's a funny story behind this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to change the order real quick because I think that it's better. Yeah. This next one, there's a funny story behind it. And spoiler alert for those watching us live. This trailer dropped. And this is for a second season of a show. And the first season did so terribly and was so bad. Then that when this trailer dropped, a similar show came out at the same time as the first season did. And when this trailer dropped, the company that made the other show dropped the next day dropped their trailer for their show, the second season of their show. And everybody, I imagine, I haven't seen the comments. I imagine that everybody's making fun of this in the comments. But this is going to be an interesting one. Did you see the first season?
I think I did, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's everybody's reaction to it.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah, I'm so used to the movies and stuff, so.
Mm-hmm. So let's check it out. We are watching the trailer for The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, official teaser trailer, Prime Video. This is the second season. Here we go. So it's coming from Prime. We're going to like the video. It's got 12.7 million views to 92,000 likes. Yep. To 498,000 dislikes.
Oh, man. Wow.
Oh, there is one button to bring them all into darkness, and that is the dislike button. And it has done its job today.
That's a lot, too.
Yes.
Almost half a million.
So in the first season, they had this huge numbers for the first two episodes because they released the first two episodes in one day. And a bunch of people watched the first two episodes, and then 63% of people who watched the first two episodes stopped watching the show and never came back. So only 30, if they said like only 36, I think they said actually it's 36. So only 36% of people finished the show who watched the first episode. So that's terrible. So here we go. Darkness Will Bind Them. The Rings of Power returns August 29th. That's my birthday on Prime Video. About the Rings of Power Season 2, Sauron is returned, cast out by Galadriel without army or ally. The rising Dark Lord must rely on his own cunning to rebuild his strength and oversee the creation of the Rings of Power, which will allow him to bind all the peoples of Middle-earth to his sinister will. Building on Season 1, epic scope and ambition. My God. That Season 1 was so terrible. Season 2 of Amazon's Lord of the Rings of Power, plunges even the most beloved and vulnerable characters into a rising tide of darkness, challenging each to find their place in a world that is increasingly on the brink of calamity. Elves and dwarves, orcs and men, wizards and harfoots. As friendships are strained and kingdoms begin to fracture, the forces of good will struggle ever more valiantly to hold on to what matters to them most of all, each other. Okay, so like we said, first season was terrible. Any thoughts on it? You don't even remember if you watched it or not. Like, I mean,
No, that tells you
so,
something right there, doesn't it?
yeah, I'm telling you, it was so boring. It was so boring.
Right. Yeah, they can make it a little. All the parts. Some parts they probably should shrink, and other parts they should expand. Like a good accordion.
Well, the thing is that Tolkien wrote these books, and the people who are fans of Tolkien really, really get into the lore of Tolkien, and they did things in the first season that were not lore accurate, and so that's a really, really bad thing.
Yeah.
Like for instance, all of the wizards, that come to Middle Earth, they come by boat. Okay, and in season 1, there's a wizard who they don't even name. We don't know who it is. But he comes to Middle Earth as a meteor. Like, he crashes down into Middle Earth like a meteor. And where did he come from? Because according to Tolkien, the wizards lived in another land over the ocean, and no one can get there except for basically whoever God lets go there. But they just came on a boat. So why did he come falling from the sky? Like, that's just one example.
Right. Well, I wouldn't even know that. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So we've got a 1 minute 43 second trailer. Are you ready?
I think I am.
All right. Here we go.
An evil, ancient and powerful, has returned.
Prepare yourselves.
He worms his way inside your mind.
So I'm just kind of waiting for, like...
That's it.
That's some cool graphics. I mean, it looks very Tolkien.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, actually, this looks okay so far.
Yeah.
The only thing is that Galadriel... My understanding as well is that Galadriel was not really, like, a warrior. Like, she could fight, like, don't get me wrong. Anybody... She's thousands of years old, but she's, like... She never really was, like, a commander of an army or anything.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so they just... This is all... Yeah, anyway. They're showing the good parts here. Yeah, anyway. So let's see. This show cost $1 billion to make.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Well, and it looks really cheap. Like, so you're saying it has some good graphics and stuff, some good stuff. The first season, the armors and stuff, it looked like it was made of what? Oh my God! Why can't I think of it? What is the thing that when you get a to-go box, it's made of styrofoam? It's not styrofoam, but it's that
cardboard. Cardboard?
No, not cardboard. It's like that. Yeah, well,
styrofoam.
It's like that.
Styrofoam.
Is it styrofoam? Yeah. So it looked like it was made of styrofoam. Like the elf armor looked like it was made of styrofoam in the first season. There was just something about it. And things didn't look good. Anyway, yeah. So here we go. We got about a minute left. Here we go.
I think he has been here. I think he's been here among us all along.
One second. Actually, I do have to comment on this. So you see that guy?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Sauron.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to show you what he looked like in Season 1. So Sauron was a shapeshifter. This is what he looked like in Lord of the Rings. And where is he? He was called the Bright One. There he is. This is what he looked like before he took on the form. Like, when he went to the elves, he was supposed to have looked like this. Okay? Like, he looked like an elf. He was very angelic. He had white hair. He glowed. Okay. In Season 1 of the show, he looks like... Where is he? Let me see. Sauron, Rings of Power.
Season 2, Season 1.
I want to show you Season 1. I want to get a good picture where you can see him. This is what he looks like in Season 1. Where is it?
Okay.
Open a new. Okay, so this is what he looks like in season 1. This is what he looks like in season 2. This guy's a shapeshifter. Why is it that when he wants to start walking among the elves, he puts on a blonde wig and that's all he does?
I don't know.
That's one thing that people were like, this is kind of cheap. Like you just had, all you did was have the guy put on a wig. He looks weird like this once you see what he normally looks like. He looks weird with the wig on.
He kind of looks weird the other way too, but that's just me.
Yeah, there you go.
Weird.
But here he's supposed to be basically disguising himself, so that way he can walk amongst the elves and have them create the rings. So, but anyway, yeah, we got about a minute left. Again, I know I paused it real close, but here we go. Okay, he's been here the whole time.
Every soul in Middle Earth is in peril.
Okay, darkness will bind them. And we get the rings. And the eagles. See, and that's the thing that I was saying, is like immediately she looks at him and says, he's Sauron. It's like, yeah, you know he's Sauron. He looks exactly the same. He just has a blonde wig on. Anyway. Yeah. Okay.
Exploded or something.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that...
I wonder how many there are. Is it like 8, usually 8 or 12 or what?
You're talking about episodes? How many episodes?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can look at like Rings of Power season 2 episode number. Sorry. So I think the first one it was either 8 or 10. 8 episodes.
8 episodes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. The trailer didn't look bad. I mean, being honest, the trailer didn't look bad.
No, it didn't look bad.
The first season was so terrible that I have no faith that they're gonna make this any better in the second season.
Was this done by Ubisoft?
No. No. Might as well have been, right?
Yeah.
But you know, the thing is that I have no faith. I don't think other people have faith. I mean, look at they spent
$1 billion on it, so that's quite an investment, you know.
Yeah.
And
the thing is just that even if like they spent all that money, but even, you know, it's just, it doesn't look better than other things. Like this show does not look better than Game of Thrones. So where did that money go? You know what I'm saying? Like Game of Thrones cost maybe like what, $100 million or something to make the whole, or $15 million an episode or something.
Yeah.
This show made one season. The first season cost $1 billion.
So we don't know how much this one cost.
No, I don't. I think, okay, honestly, let me know in the comments if it was $1 billion for the first 2 seasons, or if it was $1 billion for like a bunch of seasons.
It's still a lot.
That's still a lot, and it doesn't.
If there's $1 billion for both of them, it'd still be a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of computer animated stuff in here. I mean, you can tell, it looks cool. I like it.
I'm gonna say, you've seen Game of Thrones. I mean, Game of Thrones.
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
So Game of Thrones had a lot of CGI as well, but they also had something that is more expensive, which is practical effects.
Right. Well, they did theirs in where was it? It wasn't Bosnia. It was over there across Italy. They did their. I can't think of the city.
I don't know where was Game of Thrones shot.
Yeah, it was shot in the Mediterranean. Yeah, but anyways, they had some really good a good place where they did it at. It's
Spain. I mean, they had United Kingdom, Iceland, Spain,
Croatia.
Croatia.
That's what I was thinking.
And Malta.
Croatia. Malta's cool. I've been to Malta.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I hope it does well. I hope it does well, even though the first one doesn't do well. Maybe they ironed out all the kinks and stuff. You know.
So I will say I do want every show to be good, because if it's good, then we can watch it and have a good show. I don't think it's going to be good. I would say the same thing as you, though. Like, I hope. But do I really think that that's going to happen? Probably not.
I just don't think you don't try to make a series to lose money.
Yeah, I agree. Well, like, okay, so let's check this out, though. What other people are saying in the comments, because I imagine it's going to be terrible.
Yeah, it's going to be negative.
Okay. One wig to rule them all. One wig to hide them. One wig to fool them all. And now they cannot find him. Okay, Galadriel. No man can fool me. Sauron puts on wig. I am no man. Should have gotten Steve Buscemi to play Sauron with a backwards hat and skateboard. How do you do, fellow elves? Have you seen that, Steve Buscemi?
No,
How do you do, fellow kids? Here we go. Watch this. How do you do, fellow kids? Yeah, this is. That's Sauron walking around with that wig on. How do you do, fellow elves?
There you go. That's funny.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to fool the elves twice, isn't it? Super easy, barely an inconvenience. In the land of Mordor on the slopes of Mount Doom, Sauron forged in secret a master wig. People do not like that wig. With ring in hand and wig in place, he sought to rule the human race. That's funny. I like that.
Oh, that's like a poem they wrote. That's funny.
Yeah. It's like the whole. Yeah, here you guys can look at it. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you can like pause it. But yeah, well, I'll read it. It says he sought to rule the human race from Rivendell to Rohan's plains. The whispers spread of Sauron's reigns. Yet in the end, the wig's allure could not ensure his power pure. For Frodo came with courage big, destroying Sauron's ring and wig. That's perfect. Yeah, people are just crapping on this. This is
that's pretty creative. That was pretty creative. I like that. That was funny.
People basically have no faith in this. So yeah,
that's got to be the worst. That has to be the worst discrepancy between thumbs up and thumbs down we've ever had on here. At least me and you.
Yeah, more than almost. It's like it's
not even close.
five times more. So so check it out, August 29th on my birthday. But otherwise, let's move on to the next one.
On birthday.
Yeah. Here. Oh wait, I hit the wrong button. There we go. All right, so this next one is funny because the day after the last one, The Rings of Power, the day after The Rings of Power Season 2 released its trailer. What just happened? Something weird just happened with my computer. The day after the Rings of Power Season 2 trailer dropped, this trailer dropped. And so everybody should know what it is. Because these two shows have been releasing at around the same time each time. And everybody hated the Rings of Power and loved this show. So let's check it out. We are watching the trailer for House of the Dragon Season 2. Official trailer Max coming at us from Max. We're going to like the video. It has 4.1 million views, 148,000 likes to 2.5 thousand dislikes. Look at that. That is like a complete reversal from the other one.
Oh, yeah.
So, raise your banners. The official trailer is here. And then it doesn't really give a description of the show, but this is a great show. This is I think that this show is going to end up being better than Game of Thrones because the ending of Game of Thrones was so bad. But Game of Thrones in the beginning was so good, so this will be quite interesting. Do you have any comments to say about it? You said you haven't seen Game of Thrones, but this is really good. If you like dragons, everybody here has a dragon, so this is going to be cool. We got a 2-minute 37-second trailer. Are you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. HBO. By the way, this show is why I have HBO.
Who sits the Iron Throne is not just a king or a queen. protector of the realm. Now I find myself in an impossible position.
All hail, King Aegon!
The enemy usurped my throne.
Okay.
We're going to King's Landing.
Doctor Who.
Well, what are we going to do about it?
So yeah, I mean, you see this, like, the sets and stuff they had. I believe that they actually made a miniature of this for Game of Thrones, and this was a miniature. I'm not sure, though. But you're going to see now, they're going to show dragons, because dragons is the big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and they use real dragons, I think.
Yeah, there you go. You have no idea how long it took to raise those things to full maturity.
I know, man.
But you see, even the armor, like, you see how his armor looks good. In Rings of Power, it didn't. And, yeah, and this is like, so this is like premium, this is, But, okay, let's continue on here.
We must play the board before us.
Proceed cautiously.
Fuck dignity. I want revenge.
Not for kids.
Not for kids.
Through the realm.
Dragons!
Will come to our side.
Sorry, 1 second. I got to do this for the short, because I pause it for the short. So here we go. Ready?
News spreads through the realm.
Dragons! Dragons! Yeah! Okay, there we go.
All right.
Will come to our side.
Okay.
I did not think they would be so eager to die. My ships sail at your command.
Okay, here we go. Look at that.
The realm's only hope is in a leader strong enough to unite it.
Yeah.
Do you accept me as your queen and ruler?
Oh, see, because he's the king. So he's the king's brother, and that's actually the king's daughter. And that's... So in order... They have to have... Targaryen blood has to be pure in order for them to... They have to have maintain a certain amount of purity for them to be able to ride dragons. So it was very common for them to, like, marry cousins and stuff like that. And so him and her marry in the first season to consolidate power after her first husband dies. And then their kids are pure blood Targaryens. Because that's the family. Okay, so the thing I just want to point out, so we're halfway done here, but there's so you have all these big armies, and I really appreciate in the first season there's a line that I thought was so great, and it's so awesome in a setting like this, where a guy said, they're all talking about, oh, they have 10,000 men, and they have 100,000 men, or they have 20,000 men here, and they have 10,000 men here, and 5,000 men here, and we have 20,000 here and 10,000, and then one guy just stands up and he says, look, we're talking about all of these armies and stuff, but there's something that we have that we've never seen before on this continent, except for once, and when we saw it before on the continent, you know, they destroyed everything, and that's dragons, and we have about twice as many dragons as them, so what are we even worrying about their armies for? And it's like, when you see the power that these dragons have, because it's not just that it's like a big lizard, like they breathe fire, and it's not like even like a flamethrower. I mean, it's like one dragon breathes fire and it takes out whole fields of soldiers.
Right.
It's like a napalm. It's like a napalm tank. Yeah.
Right. Scorch the earth.
It's like if a fire truck, a giant fire truck, were to shoot fire instead of water. Like it's really cool.
Exactly.
It's really cool. So I'm excited to see when they start battling in the battle scenes and the dragons battling each other. So it'll be good. But we're about halfway done. So let's continue on here.
All right.
Yeah.
This senseless
All right.
end.
It's gearing up.
Not like this.
Alison told love for our enemy. That makes her a fool.
The enemy without may be fought with swords. The enemy within is more insidious.
Okay.
There is
Yeah,
more
you
than
see
one way to fight a war.
All right. There we go. Yeah, it's really gearing us up. So we're gonna start having. So the first season had no battles. Because the first season, the king was still alive, and the whole thing was that the king died, and now there's the fight for the throne. And now, everybody was like, who's going to be the next king? He named an heir, but his heir was a female, so her brother tried to take the throne, and now he's sitting on the throne, and she's like, no, I'm the rightful heir. So it looks like we're going to have a great time here. Yeah, what are your thoughts?
It looked really real interesting and stuff like that. A lot more. I kind of got a lot more, from it than I did from the
Rings of Power.
Rings of Power, yeah. Better wigs stuff too.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of these people are wearing wigs. Like he's wearing a wig.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, and I think that it just looks more authentic too. I think that the production design here does a lot better job.
I think they didn't. They do have graphics they've done and stuff like that, AI and all that. But they've actually looks like they went on scene in places and actually are using existing places to do their filming. So
right.
Yeah, those dragons. I mean, the fact that they got real dragons really, I think, makes it good.
The authenticity of having actual dragons is what's important here.
It's really real dragons that make the difference,
Yeah. Well, let's check out what other people. I think it's great. I can't wait for it. Let's check out what people are saying in the comments. Team Black loyalists, where are you? Because Team Black, okay. The way Damon says, I did not think they'd be so eager to die. Yeah, Jamie is from the Game of Thrones. I don't think he expected to die. Yeah, okay, here it is. HBO casually doing a Kendrick here, posting their trailer 30 minutes after the competition. Okay, never mind. So I guess it was posted the same day as Rings of Power. And it's obviously, Rings of Power got ratioed, and this is like the opposite. 140,000. I mean, what is that, 7,000 times?
How are they competition? I mean, you can watch both of them.
Well, just because it's
like
sci-fi
primetime TV or something,
Yeah. Well, I think it's like sci-fi fantasy. Yeah. Let me see. Half your men will die, Lord Stark. They died the day we marched, boy. That must be... That must be from the book. Yeah. How much dragons should we put in this trailer? HBO. Yes. Oh, here we go. HBO, I didn't think Amazon would be so eager to die.
Yeah. You little sarcasm going.
Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Intern, should I release the trailer? HBO, hold it. Not yet. Patience. Amazon releases the Rings of Power trailer. HBO, release the Kraken! Do it, boy! Do it now! Yeah, that was some really great marketing. Yeah, they released it right after HBO. They were watching for it. So, check it out, guys. I am so excited. Coming out June 16th. And I am going to be in Italy on June 17th. So I'll watch the whole season in one night. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but anyway. I'll see if I can watch it while I'm in Italy. Otherwise, guys, we've got one more trailer. So I don't know where my playlist went, but we've got one more trailer. So
you lost it.
Let's move on to the last one here. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. Okay, so this next one I'm also excited for. I'm not as excited as I am for House of the Dragon, just because House of the Dragon Season 1 was really good, and so I already know. But I am a big fan of this. Yeah.
Really?
And this is a show that's based on one of the books.
Really? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, 1 second. Okay. So let's check it out. We are watching the trailer for Dune Prophecy. Official teaser Max coming at us from Max. We're going to like the video. 3.1 million views to 85,000 likes and 5.7 thousand dislikes. 10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides, before the universe knew them as the Bene Gesserit. Okay, and then that's all it says. So cool. This is another Max trailer. It's coming out on Max. Which is actually HBO Max. Everybody likes HBO Max. better than Max, but yeah. So I liked the Dune movies. I was disappointed that it wasn't a trilogy, but I still liked them. Any thoughts on this before we get started? This is a prequel, so.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I didn't know. It's kind of like Star Wars.
Yeah. It's gonna be like the Star Wars. All right, so let's check it out. We got a 1 minute 34-second trailer. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides, before the universe would know us as the Bene Gesserit.
Okay.
We founded a sisterhood.
Yep.
Assigned to...
See this right here?
Mm-hmm.
This is space nuns, and they will slap you with a ruler. You better be good, you hear me? Alright. Look at how... See, even this show, like, look at how good this looks. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Compared to $1 billion...
It does say something about the, the attire that they wear makes... There's so many little nuances that make a difference. Like the clothing, like we watched the Megalopolis,
yeah.
Megalopolis, the sky. You notice that. So there's little things that make the movie better. If sometimes the little details make a lot of difference. So
yeah.
But
all right, we got about 1 minute 10 seconds left. So here we go.
You're right.
Assigned to the great houses to help them sift truth from lies. We created a network of influence throughout the Imperium.
So, just so you know,
comes with a price.
She says they were assigned to the great houses because they're psychic. I mean, you've seen the movies, but I'm just for anybody who doesn't know, these women are psychic, and so they can actually read people's minds and stuff. I don't think that it's the same as like the Jedi or typical psychics where they can completely just take over people's minds or whatever, but I think that they kind of have the ability to have like glimpses of what people are thinking. I don't think that it's like lie detection is probably would obviously be easier for them and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if this is the Emperor. I'm not sure, but he's a great actor, so that's cool to see.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Sister on the throne. Nothing is more important.
Okay.
And this is the marriage that makes it possible.
This is us playing God, and we will be judged for it. Value Harkonnen.
Okay. Harkonnen. Okay. So,
sisterhood above all.
So she's like the Dune Pope, and I'm not. I mean, like it is funny, yeah, but I'm not making a joke. Like, so she rules this religious class.
Okay.
Of psychic women.
She's
it's cool to see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's say it's cool to see. So we're getting a different variety of planets that they're on. It's not just going to be on Dune. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to be all around the universe, or in the Dune universe anyway. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what did you think?
It looked pretty cool. I mean, it was very Dune-ish, if I can use that phrase, and stuff like that. I've never read the book, but I've always liked the movies, and this looks like it's pretty interesting. Of course, I don't have HBO or Max, so I might be.
Well, maybe we'll have to hook you up, but
they eventually get the network. They eventually get to Netflix, so I'll be patient.
Well, no, but this is an original, so this isn't going to go to Netflix because it's an original.
Yeah, I know. So. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I think that I mean, this is just a teaser, so it's not giving us a whole lot here. I haven't read the books either, but I would say the cast is really great. And I think this looks like it's going to be great. Definitely better than Rings of Power. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, HBO just hitting it out of the park here. Let's check out what other people are saying on the comment section. So here we go. The founding of the Spice Girls. There you go.
That's
Spice
right.
Girls for the win. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You can tell they thought it was going to be called Dune: The Sisterhood. I think that's the book. Is Dune: The Sisterhood is the book.
Act 3. Okay. Yeah.
So the casting is on point because she actually looks like she could be the ancestor of Vladimir Harkonnen. I've read all the books, all 16 of them, and the finding of the order was just after the whatever jihad in the beginning of the Spacing Guild, and spice was only a recreational drug, and there was no navigators, and FTL ships ruled the universe. This time period is jam-packed full of crazy stuff. I really hope they do a good job with this, especially when all three orders are just being founded. The Sisterhood, the Spacing Guild, and the other Mentats, and the Order of Mentats. So
is
awesome.
that person married? If they read all 16 books, that's what I'm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they read them together. I don't know.
Yes, they read them out loud. At night before they fell asleep. Okay.
So Ellie and I read Bram Stoker's Dracula together. Like we read the book separately and then talked about it. But bro, the Dune universe is going crazy right now. The new movie absolutely hooked me on Dune. I've literally watched the 2 movies at least 3 times now, starting reading the books, which are amazing. I never thought I'd love this universe so much. And also, they've got the games. They've got a game coming out too, so that's cool. This really looks like
maybe that person is friends with the other person since they read the book.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, excuse me.
You know this person.
Yeah, no, but I was just saying. I think that this looks great.
Yeah, it does. It really does look good.
I'll be watching it. When did they say it comes out? Did they say when it's coming out?
May 15th. Is that I saw a date down there. Oh, May 15th is the date.
Yeah, that's when it was released.
I didn't see a date.
I'll be watching for it though because I'm gonna watch it. I'll probably do a written review of it honestly because I like doing the written reviews of the series rather than the videos of the movies. Yeah. But yeah. So listen, guys, that's all we've got though this week. Unless other Mike, you got anything else you want to say?
Have a good week.
Yeah.
I'm going to Florida this week.
All right. Be careful down there. They've got all kinds of weirdos and alligators. So.
I think I'm in an alligator-free zone as far as I know.
Okay.
I don't think there's a lot where I'm going to be at, but I will be on the watch for alligators, also for dragons too. So
yeah, there you go. But that's all we've got this week, guys. So look, we'll see you next week, and watch out for the trailers to be released on Thursday. From everybody here at Mike's After Action Reviews, first of all, make sure to support our partners down in the description of the video. And God bless you all, and have a good day.